No one should ever have to wake up to this sound. Especially when your Amazon Alexa can make waking up a pleasant, joyful experience. So today I'm going to show you my Amazon Alexa wake up routine and how to create your own routine so that you can wake up every day the way you want to wake up, feeling refreshed, energized, and ready to start your day. Let's dig into it right now. Alexa, start the show.
You're watching Life Automated with Owen Video.
Hey, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to dig right in by going into the Amazon Alexa app to set up a wake up routine. Now, it's important that you know this is not a wake up alarm. Alexa has alarms, and you can easily just be like, alarm, wake me up at this time, and you'll get the alarm sound. That's not what you want to do. You want to set up a routine, and a routine is very different. Okay, so for those of you that are new to Alexa, a routine is a series of actions that are triggered by an event. And you have a variety of different actions that you can take, right? Like you can have the bulbs change colors, you can have lights go on, you can have garage doors open. There's a ton of things you can do with actions. So I'm gonna start by pressing Amazon Alexa on the home screen of my phone. And the device pops up here. Then I'm gonna click on More in the lower right-hand side. And then I'm gonna click on Routines. Notice how it says alarms and timers. I'm not gonna use that. I'm gonna use routines. So let's tap on that now. And now you can see a list of all my current routines in alphabetical order. I can even click on featured and see some of the Alexa routines, but most of those are pretty lame. So I'm gonna get started by pressing the plus sign in the upper right-hand corner. What I wanna do is, let's say that I wanna wake up at 7 a.m. What I want to do is set this for 6:55. So the first thing we're going to do is click the plus sign to start a new routine, and then we're going to enter the routine name. And I'm just going to call this Test Wake Up because I already have a wake up routine, but this keeps everything a little bit more organized. Now, when I set up the second routine, I'm going to call it Test Wake Up 1. And that way, Test Wake Up and Test Wake Up 1 are right next to each other, and I can always edit them together, okay? And then I'm going to click Next. When this happens, this is your trigger. So let's set up our trigger. And these are my different trigger options here. And you can see there's not a lot here, but they're pretty cool. Like when you get into them, they're pretty cool. And we'll show you a lot more of these, so be sure to subscribe to the channel. So I'm gonna go with schedule. Notice it gives me sunrise and sunset. I'm gonna skip that. And I'm just gonna set it for what I want, which is weekdays. And I'm gonna set it for 6:50. So this is 10 minutes before I need to get up. And I think that this is really key for being productive, is to go through sort of your wake up routine before you need to get up. Now that I've added my trigger, it's time for me to add my action. And I can add a ton of actions here, but there are limitations on what you can add and where and when and how long and things like that. So that's how I've learned how to do this. I'm gonna click on Add Action, and I'm gonna scroll down to Skills. Now, a skill is like an app for your Alexa. Okay, and you can go to the website that's in the description box and look up more skills and different skills. Like a lot of podcasts have skills, there's games and things like this. But I've downloaded a skill that actually gives me nature sounds. And so you can see I've got some of them here, like Windy Meadow, Relaxing Spa. These are two like mellow in the morning, but I've got Babbling Brook. These are all actually part of my nighttime routines. And so what I'm gonna do is kind of come into music for relaxing, birds chirping. I love waking up to the sound of birds chirping. So now I'm gonna go to Next, and I'm gonna click Save, and I'm gonna pick which dot. Look at that, I didn't choose which device. So I'm gonna choose the device, I'm gonna go bedroom dot, okay, and click Save, and now my routine is successfully saved. So 6:50, the birds start chirping, and I slowly start to wake up to this beautiful sound. Now what I want to do is slowly ramp up my lights, get the music to play, and then have Alexa kind of read me my alerts for the day. So I'm going to click the plus sign again. I'm going to enter the routine name, and I'm going to call it Test Wake Up 1. And I'll click Next. I'll set my trigger this time as a schedule for weekdays at 6:55. What does that mean? It means 5 minutes of bird chirping. AM. Click Next. And add the action. So the next thing that I want to do is have my lights ramp up and slowly start to kind of mimic a sunrise. We have mountains over here, so we don't get sun until like 8 or 9. But I like to have light come in the room because it programs my body. So I'm gonna go smart home, and I get a lot of options here. I'm gonna click on lights, and the light that I specifically want to operate is color bulb 1. So notice that I name all my bulbs 1, 2, 3, and 4. I think you should do that too because you never know where you're gonna move them around to. I'm gonna go bulb C1 and click next. Power on, and the brightness, I'm gonna ramp it, and I wanna ramp it up for 5 minutos here. So for over 5 minutes, from 6:55 to 7, that light is slowly gonna come up to, about 50% power, which I guess we could move it a little, like 70% power, okay? So now I'm gonna go next. What's the next action that I wanna play? Well, I wanna play my music, but I don't wanna wake up to a blaring, screaming alarm. So first, what I'm gonna do is lower the Alexa's volume. I could have been listening to it full blast yesterday, and if I was, then the alarm will go off full blast. So I'm gonna click plus. I'm gonna scroll down to device settings. I'm gonna click volume, and I'm gonna bring it down to like 20, let's just go to 20. Okay, 21's fine. But I want you to think of like 20 as 2, 30 as 3, and that'll help you when you're commanding the device. So if you say, hey, device, go to volume 3, it'll actually appear as 30 here, right? So 30 is actually like 3.1, okay? And in the morning, it's pretty loud. So you actually want to kind of like keep it down, and it might take a couple mornings to just sort of like get used to what your mind can handle. So I'm gonna click next, because I know that I like it at volume set to 2, right? And now I'm gonna continue to move along with my scenario here, and I'm gonna play a song. So I click on plus, and I'm gonna scroll down to music. And music can be a little bit confusing. You have to put in the name of the song very specifically. And if it's a song that everybody knows, like Here Comes the Sun, Amazon's gonna know what to play. But if it's a song like Rock the Party or We Rock the House, and there's like 18 million songs with that name, you're probably gonna need to be more specific, like Rock the Party by House of Pain or whatever the case might be. I'm just making a crap here. But let's just go with, something that I like. Let's just go with Here Comes the Sun, because it's easy. Okay, then you got to select your provider, because if you don't have music, then you can't play music. I actually use Amazon Music. I think it's the best fit for Alexa. I don't use Spotify anymore. So we've got our music picked, and I'm gonna click next. Now, after the song plays, have you ever gone back to sleep, right? After the song plays, and you're like, I'm gonna snooze for a little bit. So I like to motivate myself. So here's what I'm gonna do next. I'm gonna have Alexa motivate me, okay? What I'm gonna do is click She Says, and I'm gonna click Customized. I'm gonna have Alexa say, you're a rock star, get up and make stuff happen today. So then I'll click Done, and next, and boom, the lights go on, the song plays at a reasonable volume, and then Alexa motivates me. It's gonna go off again. I gotta stop saying her name. But now what I wanna do is get into my day. So I'm gonna add a few more things here, and then we're done. The first thing I want her to do is to tell me something new. And these are like a fun fact, and I really enjoy this, like waking up with a fun fact every day. So I'm gonna go to She Says, and I'm gonna go, looks like they changed it. I'm just gonna put that one in right there and click next. And then I'm gonna have her read my calendar for the day. Okay, so what happens is she'll tell me this rock star thing. She'll tell me a fun fact about rocks or spaceships or something. And then she's gonna say, here's your appointments today. And so now I know exactly, what's going on. There's only one more thing I need to start my day, and that is the weather report. So I'm gonna click on plus. I'm gonna scroll down to weather. If you commute in the morning, you can put traffic, and you can get your traffic report. It'll all be based on where that Alexa is located. And I'm gonna click next. And now my morning routine is complete. So the last thing I need to do is choose the device, make sure it's still the bedroom where I have my dot. And I have got my routine all ready to go. So let's review, right? The birds will chirp at 6:50. 5 minutes later, my bulb light will ramp on. Then my Alexa will play this song at volume 2. Then she'll say this. Then she'll tell me a fun fact. Then she'll read my calendar, and then she'll report the weather. I click save, and then I'm done, and my routine is successfully created. I encourage you to go make your own wake-up alarm. You don't need to wake up to this like raucous, disgusting noise anymore. You can wake up in a way that encourages you, that excites you, that alarms you. There's tons that you can do here. You can do ambient noises, you can do Bible verses, you can do podcasts, you can even wake up to your Audible. All of those things are in there. You pick the way that you want to start your day. Amazon Alexa will make it happen. I'd love to hear from you in the comment area below. What are you waking up to? What did we miss in this video? Fill us in. Let's be a community, learn from each other. What are some cool things you're doing with your wake up routines in the morning? I'd love to hear from you in the comment section. And if you want to learn more about how to use Amazon Alexa and learn some more of my routines and some of my recipes, then watch the video that's on your screen now. Just go ahead and click it. Just click it. And I will see you in the next video.